Welcome to Veterans in Transition, where we promote the veteran community. Each week, we travel around the region highlighting veteran-related news, issues, and events. I'm Stacy Redmond, an Army veteran, and I'm delighted to be here with you today. The Department of Veterans Affairs has a new program called the Women Veteran-Owned Small Business Initiative. I had the chance to sit down and talk with Michelle Gardner-Ince about the program and what it means to the VA and to women business owners. Hi, Michelle.
Hi.
Tell me about the Women Veteran-Owned Small Business Initiative.
The Women Veteran-Owned Small Business Initiative is the vision of our executive director, Ruby Harvey. She is our first female executive director of the Office of Small Business at the VA, and it was her vision to close the gap of women veteran opportunities within the VA. Currently, as you probably know, VA is the only federal agency by law who has to give a certain portion of its contracts to veterans. And as part of that, we certify or verify veteran-owned small businesses. And we currently have about 13,000 verified, but only 9% of them are women veterans. So there is the catalyst of this program.
How did this program come about?
Well, first of all, Ms. Harvey asked that we research and look at women businesses in general. And there's a challenge on getting access to decision makers. There is also a case where women oftentimes deal with balance, right? So they've served their country, they are excellent at what they do, but they also have families to take care of. Also, a couple of the other challenges identified with sexism. So when women are approaching decision makers, sometimes if they have a man with them, then the focus is on the male versus the female CEO. So this program is really about helping women overcome those challenges. And it's not just for women veterans, but it is specifically, this program's for women veterans, but those are challenges that several women, regardless of their veteran status, have.
In the program, we were asked to fill out different surveys.
Mm-hmm.
Were there any surprises in the surveys?
I would say the sexism was a surprise to me. I wasn't expecting that. I think a couple of the other challenges are that women don't necessarily partner with each other. And I think that's one of the great surprises about this program is that the 29 women within the program are sisters in arms. They were sister in arms as veterans, now they're sisters in business. And several of them are seeking each other out to look at possibly teaming or partnering. And that brings me great joy.
How did you go about picking the topics?
We looked at challenges that any business might have. Then, prior to the program starting, we did group sessions of 45 minutes with 4 and 5 business owners at a time. And during that period, we talked about some of their personal and professional challenges, and that's how we determined what topics we were going to talk about.
What does this program mean to you?
It's a delight. It is, as I told Ms. Harvey, this is the most fun I've had in my federal career, and that'll be 8 years in December, and for several reasons. We all come to the VA, most people, especially veterans, come to the VA to serve. But sometimes it's hard to see and touch those veterans that we're serving, and this program has allowed me to continue something that I've done my entire adult career, and that is to serve military members and their families, and in this case, the 29 women who are in this program.
How would you determine if this program is successful?
Well, I think that's different for each woman because, some women want to be a $100 million company. Mm-hmm. Some women just would like to be $1 million company, because the women range from a negative $25,000 loss. We have 2 startups all the way up to 11 million, or I should say north of 11 million. So that's different to different people. I think if the women learn to do business better, smarter, I think that's success. I think if the one who is at $25,000 loss gets to 100,000, that's winning. But most of all, I think just for them to know that the VA is here to educate, empower, and engage them, I think is a win. Because as I told the group, it's rare that you're going to have the second largest federal agency in the government give you this kind of attention. And I think that's something that's a win. And that our leadership has committed to that effort.
I absolutely applaud the organization, the agency, for doing something like this. Another lady, Audrey, and I were talking exactly about this, is that we don't know of another program within the federal agency, even commercially, that's happening that's similar to something that's at this scope and magnitude. So we certainly applaud the agency for doing something like this and for making this investment. So thank you for driving that. How do you see this program continuing? Do you see a continuum?
Absolutely. I believe the leadership is committed to it continuing. I call the ladies, the Vet Biz ladies are amazing, and they are paving the way for many future cohorts, as I call them. The plan for next year is that we will have double the amount of ladies. So we started out with 30, we now have 29. I'm projecting that we'll have 60 women who will go through the program. I also see that this will become an alumni association, so the ladies like yourself who are in the program now will become mentors to future cohorts, and this will create an entire movement. And as one of my colleagues reminded me, you know, veteran women is the largest growing group of veterans that we serve. So I see that and hope that more women will not just seek to transition from the military and go work for somebody, that they would create their own economic opportunity by being business owners. If you want to start a business and you are a female veteran, seek out these ladies. They're very generous, like yourself, with their knowledge, with their expertise. And thank you so much for all that you've done and all the example you're setting for these ladies. It's tremendous.
Thank you. It's truly my pleasure. I think all of us are encouraged by others, and we're very excited about giving back. That's what pushes all of us forward. That's it for this episode of Veterans in Transition. We ask that you like us on Facebook and follow us on Twitter and Instagram. Remember, we all have a story to tell. Until next time.